Everybody, it is week two. I'm releasing this week two early. If you read the announcement that I posted late last night, I'm in Tennessee and we are getting ready for a very big snow/ice storm that they're claiming is going to knock power out and everything. So I wanted to make sure you guys weren't waiting on things that you could be working on. So I'm releasing this early, and you can get to work on it at the normal time, or if you have extra time, you can start early. It's up to you. I just want to make sure you weren't waiting on me. So this is going to be a quick one. Let's jump in here, and I'll walk through this week's assignments. All right. So this is your first page. This is your introduction with a couple videos. This is the video we are currently watching that I'm recording for you right now. That's just a placeholder. Anyway, we're gonna get moving this week on some more industry terms, and I want to make sure that you understand them. So before you really actually review these portions right here and start your reading and your information, what I'd like you to do is I would like you to come over to page 2, where there's some vocabulary. There's vocabulary right here. All of these terms are important for what we're doing this week. Make sure you read here. I want to deepen your understanding. So you're going to find the definition as well as an example for each one of these. And then you're going to turn that in here by the end of the week. But start here. You're watching the video right now. Finish watching the video just so you understand what we're doing for the week. But then jump over to page 2, get this done so you understand everything, and then you can jump back and you can start working through this. Now, down here at the bottom, make sure that you do these. How is a German expressionism evident in film? So on and so forth. You have this. It's actually on the. You'll actually have the answer for this because it is also on the vocabulary. So work through these, and everything will be great. You'll be ready for this week. It looks like we have a lot of pages this week, but kind of like last week, there's a lot of really short video clips that you'll be going through to kind of understand what we're doing. And as well, make sure that you go through each page before venturing into the discussion question as well as the quizzes. So then we'll jump over here. This vocabulary. And then on down here. The General by Buster Keaton. This is a classic. You guys have probably all seen at least snippets or portions of this somewhere in your life. Make sure that you review this. It is actually very important for later on. Nanook of the North, also very, if you know anything about, if you're a student of film to some extent, more than just starting right now, but if you've actually been interested in the history of film, even a little bit, you've heard of Nanook of the North. The Adventures of Prince, you've probably never heard of this one. The Adventures of Prince Ahmed is a little bit more obscure, but it gives you a little taste. It's some supplemental. It's also relatively short for you. Sunrise, again, this is another one that's a little less popular, but yet I felt it was important to put in here, especially because we're going through the German side of filmmaking. So it's Eastern European filmmaking. It had an explosion early in the 19th century, and it actually influenced a lot of what we do today. It's really funny. We look at America as the centerpiece for movies and film and everything. And if you notice, when you look at like current films and such, there is still amazing stuff created in other countries. If you guys have never seen the movie Parasite, I highly recommend, and that's a South Korean film that came out a couple, I think 6 or 7 years ago, 8 years ago. So anyway, it's quite interesting. As Americans, we always believe that we're kind of the center because our films are distributed worldwide, and we kind of dominate the market. But there is some amazing stuff in other countries, and we got a lot of our influences from the European from European filmmaking, Russian filmmaking, German filmmaking, early on, because it exploded onto the scene, and everyone was experimenting and trying new things. So just so you know that. So definitely, this is an important chapter for us. Some supplementary materials, of course. Make sure that you go through that. Sorry, I'm rushing quickly. I don't know how long I have power, So I'm trying to get through this really quick. We have our discussion question. Something I noticed with the discussion question this last week is many of you did not turn the discussion question in on time, or there's many of you that didn't do it at all. It's Saturday morning right now, and there are still multiple people that have not even answered the discussion question. Please remember, you need to turn in your discussion question by Thursday. So that gives people Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to be able to reply. You need to post it again by Thursday, and then I want everybody to reply to at least two. So read people's discussion questions, find things that are interesting about what they've said, and then reply with good conversation. What I've found is most people learn better by conversation, and we're on an online course, so the conversation that we have is through the discussion questions, listen or reading what people have thought about the particular topic, and then replying to that and giving your two bits, your information that you want to give, whether you agree or disagree. I'm not looking for the, oh yeah, I agree with what you said, thanks, that was great. Okay. By all means, engage. Discussion questions should never feel like, oh my goodness, they just have to get done. Discussion questions are great places to hold good conversation, so you can solidify that information that we're going through, which will in turn help you with the quizzes and essays and things that you need to accomplish for the course. All right, so make sure you jump on this. I actually don't have it written right here, but I'm gonna go and I'm gonna slightly adapt this. I'm gonna make sure that it is written in here, that it says that it needs to be. It said it last week, but it doesn't say it this week. I'm gonna put it in that you need to have this in by Thursday, and that you need to reply by Sunday to a minimum of two people. Okay. Here's our week 2 quiz. It's a 10-point quiz. Pretty simple if you've went through all of the previous pages that we just kind of whipped through really quick. If you watched the videos, read what's on there, and you also did the vocabulary, you should absolutely have no problem with this quiz. And then from the quiz, we have an essay. And you guys are basically, you're going to watch this video and you're going to answer these questions within your essay. The one thing I want to bring your attention to is the 500-word minimum. Many times within courses such as this, I have lots of people that are skirting in at like 490 to 502 or something. Make sure that you don't just shoot for the 500-word minimum limit. I'm looking for distinct full answers. Don't try and cut yourself short just to reach the 500-word limit at the minimum. This is a college course. I'm looking for you to go above and beyond the extra mile, not just the bare bones minimum. So once you've watched this and you start answering the questions, by all means, please give me your full take. If you've gotten your full take and you're under 500 words, go back. Look at what you've written. Look where you can give good descriptions and give information that will be helpful for me to see your understanding. Essentially, an essay is for me to see your understanding of what is being asked of you. It's not just to write the bare minimum of words. So, also, you could also look at other articles that have been written about this piece of film, and to give yourself other ideas. Research is key when it comes to a college course. Don't just look at what is given to you via the instructor. We have a vast world of the internet that you can go out and you can go research what other people have said. What you can watch YouTube videos that talk about how they break down these particular films and what they think. Research is key when you're writing an essay. Don't just look at what is written in front of you and you just give your information. Go find some stuff. Go build your understanding of the topic so you can answer well. That's what I'm looking for. And then this is week 3, so I'm in the midst of building that. So don't need to go on to week 3, so the essay is the last thing. That's pretty much it. Again, I'm kind of in a snowstorm / ice storm that's happening out here. You guys are in Arizona and Prescott. They have some sanding trucks and snow trucks. You guys don't get you guys get more snow than we do out here, but they're not. The infrastructure out here is not good when it comes to snow because it is the South. It's not cold generally, so snow and ice is something that's kind of catastrophic for all the people that aren't used to it. So This is up early. Make sure you review and start. Take your time. You have until Sunday next week to turn in everything in. But start early on this. If you need to ask questions, send the questions over via the inbox right here. It's the quickest way to get a hold of me. The only thing that I said it in the announcement, but I'm going to say it again so it's on the video and you hear it. If I lose power, that would generally mean I would lose internet, and I would be unable to reply back very quickly. So depending on what's going on, they said that if the storm out here gets bad enough, it could be that we lose power as long as 10 days. That happened apparently many years ago. I'm hoping we don't lose any power. That would be great, and I'd be able to be in contact with you guys. But if we do lose power, I won't be able to contact you quite as quick and easy. So I do have a hotspot, so we're going to see if the hotspot works even when there's no power, because I got plenty of batteries to keep my computer up and running. But we've got to be able to connect to the internet to be able to contact you. So all that being said, ask questions, but please give me a little bit of grace to get back to you just in case we do have a power outage or something. All right, guys. I love what I've already seen from this last week 1's work from many of you that have all of it done or some of it done. It's looking good, and I appreciate your hard work. Week 2, in my opinion, is even more fun and more interesting. I really start liking the 1940s and 1950s, so I can't wait till we get to the 1940s, 1950s films. But there's also, man, there's like the Russian era of films in the teens and 20s, 19 teens and 20s. That's pretty interesting as well. So I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. Keep working hard, and if you need me, hit me up at the inbox, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. All right, have a great day, everyone.